can being told that you're too loud, too excitable, too much, too whatever the thing is, be a creative asset? I think it can. And because of that, I really appreciate this comment, which talks about wanting to be voice actor, which this is a different person than the person that I replied to the other day. And my comment about hating the sound of your own voice is on the earlier video if you missed that. But, I think it's so courageous and so real that this person, who I'm assuming presents as female as far as I can tell, says, but I have been told my whole life I'm too loud, too excitable. Now, there are things where if you say wanted to be a librarian, being too loud and too excitable might be a downside, and yet I'll bet you that there are loud and excitable librarians out there. But for something like voice acting, being loud and excitable is what you need. I mean, it's a real asset. And I can tell you that because I have flirted with the idea of voice acting, and several years ago I was set up with an actual sound engineer to kind of do a run through. He coaches and tutors people on doing voice acting, and I had a session with him, and he wanted me to read commercial scripts. And let me tell you, for somebody who is largely introverted, I'm a very outgoing introvert, but I am still introverted, it was very hard because you have to read a commercial script with so much excitement. It is way more than you think. We're all used to hearing them, but when you actually sit down and try to mimic that, it feels so incredibly over the top that I had a very, very hard time with it. Now, that doesn't mean that being loud and excitable means that will be comfortable for you in that setting. I suspect that doing commercials is a, what's the word? Acquired taste, because you have to become comfortable with that feeling that you're really overdoing it in order to get it right. It was when I decided that audiobooks might be a little bit more my speed, and yet the market is in advertising. So I don't think that being loud and excitable, if it's true, because it's entirely possible that you were told this because somebody just didn't want to deal with what they found overwhelming about you, which is their problem, not yours, could be a real asset, could be the thing that makes you a great voice actor. I think, from my position of distance, that you should totally go for it and give it a try. See what happens. It's worth it.